Hello children, today we will discuss about the last topic of life processes, and this is excretion. Excretion, what is the meaning of the word excretion? The Latin word for excretion is excreniere. It means to sift out. You know what is sifting? Or to discard. Sifting means as we sieve in a sieve, chalni. Sifting means channa. So excretion is to sift out the waste materials from the body or to discard the waste materials from the body. So what should be the definition of excretion? The definition should be removal of harmful waste from the body of a living organism is known as excretion. Mainly two types of waste are there. One is the gaseous one like carbon dioxide, and the second is nitrogenous waste materials which are the product of protein metabolism. So the gases like carbon dioxide in plants, they are removed from stomata, all of you know. Even in plants, sometimes this oxygen is also a byproduct and waste of photosynthesis. So this is also given out by stomata. And in higher animals or higher animals, the waste product are carbon dioxide, which our lungs, which comes out during respiration, and the other one is nitrogenous waste material. This nitrogenous waste material like urea and uric acid, they are being excreted out from the body by special organs which form a organ system known as excretory system. So we will discuss the excretory system in human beings. This is all the organs of this is the diagram of excretory system of human beings. So what are the different parts? This is a pair of kidneys. Kidneys are 2 in number. They are bean shaped and they are present on both sides of backbone in the abdomen of human being. So these kidneys, 2 thin tubes, they emerge from the kidney and these are known as ureters. These are ureters, 2 tubes from both the kidneys, one from each kidney. This is known as ureter. They both open in a muscular bag known as bladder or urinary bladder. This is a bag-like structure and it is muscular in nature. From the bladder, a small tube, it comes out known as urethra, and from this urethra, the urine which is formed in the kidney, it comes out of the body. So the excretory system in a human being, very simple, a pair of kidney, then a pair of ureters, single bladder, urinary bladder, and a small tube, urethra. In these kidneys, these blue and red lines, this blue one is renal vein. Renal vein. And this red one is renal artery. So the blood from artery comes into the kidney and then it is filtered, the waste is removed, and then this blood this blood comes out through renal vein and goes to the heart for further processing. So this is about the excretory system of human being. Very simple. Now the question arises how the urine is made, where it is processed, how these nitrogenous waste products like urea, uric acid, some creatinine, even some salt, amino acid, glucose, water. All these are filtered from the blood and it makes the urine, where this urine is formed in the body. So urine, one thing is clear that urine is formed in the kidneys. But how? As we know, the basic unit in respiratory system is alveolus. In alveolus, the oxygen from blood, it goes in, and carbon dioxide from the alveolus, it goes into the blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood goes into the alveolus, and oxygen from the alveolus comes into the blood. And this carbon dioxide we exhale when we breathe. So this is how we get rid of carbon dioxide, which is harmful for the body. So the basic unit of respiratory system is alveolus. Likely, the basic unit of this excretory system is known as nephron. The word is nephron. You must have heard that is the doctors which treat kidney ailments, they are known as nephrologist. So nephron is the basic unit of filtration. Why it is basic unit of filtration? Because the blood is filtered in nephron and waste product is removed. So this diagram is the diagram of a single nephron. Many nephrons are present in a single kidney. About 1 million. 1 million means 10 lakhs. About 1 million nephrons present in one kidney in human being. So if this is kidney like this, so this is cortex area. All these are different areas. All these nephrons, they are situated here like this. Many in number, millions in number, and all these nephrons, very small in size, they are like this present in kidney. So this is diagram of a single nephron. So how the filtration takes place here in nephron? You can see this is a cup-shaped structure. So these are the different parts of nephron. This cup-shaped structure, it is known as Bowman's capsule. After the name of a scientist, this is cup-shaped structure. It is known as Bowman's capsule. This cup-shaped structure, it opens into a tube or tubule, and this is spiral or convoluted like this. So the early part, the distal part of this tubule is known as distal convoluted convoluted tubule. So the initial part of this tube, this one, it is highly convoluted. That is, many turns are there, and this initial convoluted parts of this tubule which emerges from the Bowman's capsule, it is known as distal convoluted tubule or DCT. Later on it goes further, and now you can see from here to here the width of this tubule, it is less than this. So a hairpin like loop is formed from here to here, and this loop is known as Henle's loop. From here to here, the thickness of this tubule is somewhat reduced, and this loop, which is in structure, is like a hairpin, known as Henle's loop. After this, again the thickness increases, and this again a convoluted structure is formed, and this structure is known as, this is known as distal. This structure is distal, and this structure, the initial, is proximal. Proximal convoluted tubule. So I repeat again, this is Bowman's capsule. The initial tubule is proximal convoluted tubule, not distal. And the tubule which forms the later part, which comes later, it is known as distal convoluted tubule. So 3 or 4 parts of this nephron is there. One is Bowman's capsule, second is proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle, and then distal convoluted tubule. So these are 4 parts of this nephron. Now what is this? This is known as collecting duct. This is collecting duct, and it is collecting the urine from all the nephrons. This is the place where other distal tubules of other nephron will join. This nephron is joining here in this collecting duct, and all the urine which is collected, it comes here, then it comes to the ureter, and then it comes to the urinary bladder. So now the question is how the urine is formed, how the blood is filtered in this nephron if it is a filtration unit. So we can see these red lines here. This one is renal arteriole, or a branch of renal artery. This is red color, a branch of renal artery known as renal arteriole. It transfer the blood to the Bowman capsule. So if we have drawn it red in color, it means the blood should be pure. If it is artery, then the blood should be pure. Yes, the blood here is oxygenated. Oxygenated means it is pure blood having oxygen, oxygenated. But then why it is come to the nephron? Because though it has oxygen, it is oxygenated, it is coming from the artery, but it has nitrogenous waste products. So this is pure with reference to oxygen, but it is dirty or impure with reference to nitrogenous waste. Is it clear to all of you or not? The blood is oxygenated, that is, it is red in color, but it is having nitrogenous waste which are to be filtered. So this pure blood, as far as oxygen is concerned, it is coming from an artery, but it has harmful metabolites or nitrogenous waste, some more water, some salts, they are to be filtered in this nephron. So once the blood comes with this renal arteriole, a network of capillaries is formed inside this Bowman's capsule. And this network of capillary, it is known as glomerulus. It is known as glomerulus. Glomerulus is a network of very thin-walled capillaries. The wall is single-celled thick and small particles can filter out in this cup. Only the big protein and blood cells, they are not filtered, and all other things like glucose, amino acids, then salts, then excess water, and even the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea, uric acid, somewhat creatinine. These are filtered in this cup. So when this is filtered, the urine, which is the filtrate, it comes here in this tubule. Now it is going here in this tubule, here, then from the loop of Henle, this filtrate, it is coming here, and then it is join the collecting duct. But one thing we have to take into consideration, that with waste, nitrogenous waste, some useful metabolites or useful substances are also filtered, and these substances are needed for the body. Even the water, all the water has been filtered, but most of the water, it is needed for the body for homeostasis. We will learn about the homeostasis later on. So all these things which are later needed by body, they are absorbed or reabsorbed in this loop of Henle and other tubule. How? Here there is thin-walled capillaries are there. These capillaries, this is the capillaries of artery, these are the capillaries of veins. Blue of veins, red of arteries. So around these tubules, a thin network of blood capillaries are there. When this filtrate, it is coming in this tubule, these blood capillaries, they reabsorb all the amino acid, all the glucose, some of the salt, and the water which is needed to the body. So these things, they are reabsorbed and they come to the blood again, and they come to the system of the body. So these things are reabsorbed. Now this filtrate, it has all the nitrogenous waste, some salt and some water which is access to the body, and now it is in the form of urine. It comes through this tubule to the collecting duct, from collecting duct to the ureter, then this, and then it comes out of the body. In this way, urine is formed, and all the material which is used to the body, they are reabsorbed. This is in brief the formation of urine by the nephron. So many nephrons are present, all form urine, and in this way it is collected in the bladder. Bladder is muscular, it is under the control of our nervous system, and when we need, we can take out the urine out of our body. This is about the excretion in human being. About the excretion in amoeba or unicellular organism, suppose this is amoeba, the unicellular organism, they excrete by diffusion from their whole body in the water. So gases can also be diffused and other substances can also be diffused. Now about the excretion in plants. In plants also excretion is there. You know, the gases, they are excreted through stomata, we know. And about the other metabolites, they can be eliminated by leaves. We know that leaves fall, and with these falling leaves, some of the harmful waste, they are collected in the leaves, and when the leaves fall, these harmful waste, they are also removed. Plants also excrete some waste material in the soil at their root places. Apart from this, some resins, some glue, some latex, these are also formed, and the harmful material, they are removed in the form of these substances. Even when the bark is removed, then also some waste is removed. There is not much waste in the plants, and so no excretory system is there. By these small things, the plant can excrete its waste material. So this is all about excretion in living organism. This is all for today. Take care, and you can see these videos on Science with Dr. Rani Chaudhary. You can even comment in the comment box. You can even ask questions. If you have some queries, you can ask me and I will reply. You can even subscribe the channel, like the channel, or give the link to your friends. Thank you.